Justice, how do you get it? Not only human justice, but divine justice. I'm Phillip Mountrose, my wife and partner. We co-founded Awakenings Institute to help people step up, tap into the heart and soul with holistic and coaching and healing. And I want to explore an important topic, justice. In today's turbulent world, it can seem uncertain, elusive, and yet we need it. We need it for order, for peace of mind, for balance, for harmony. So that takes us to the idea of human justice and ultimately divine justice. They overlap and interact, as I'll explain, and starting with human justice. Well, human justice has to do with laws, courts, government, social arrangements or agreements or norms or rules. All of that is part of the justice system. And for example, if someone steals something, they may have to pay a fine, go to jail, have social rejection. Nonetheless, this system is quite imperfect, as you know. If you have more resources, you're wealthier, you can take advantage, sometimes even somewhat manipulate the system, the justice system of lawyers and arrangements and rules. And if you're poor, you may be disadvantaged and have more difficult time getting justice. Nonetheless, the justice system, however imperfect, is useful. It will protect us. It will allow growth and freedom. However imperfect it may be, it still is useful. And that takes us to the bigger picture. And what about the divine justice system, the bigger system? Well, in today's very turbulent world, it may seem very hard to understand what justice is at a divine level because it's subtle, maybe invisible, hard to perceive if at all, and it's going on a different time frame, a different scale. It may take a lifetime or lifetimes to have outcomes, and may be difficult to even understand the outcome or perceive that as well. But the divine justice taps into this bigger system that we're a part of, and spiritual traditions talk about it, sometimes talk about cause and effect and karma, things that we're here at a soulful level to understand, at a deeper level to connect with. So at a deeper level, we do understand justice and divine justice in some ways, however obscure it may be. So what can we do? At times it may seem like we're lost. There is no justice with all the violence in the world, all the cruelty, all the unfairness that seems to be going on. Well, it may make us feel helpless, angry, fearful, doubtful, all kinds of things. But there are things we can do to have personal justice as much as we can using the human justice system and connecting actually with the divine cosmic justice as well. Well, we can start to meditate, have meditative practices, mindfulness, be more aware of yourself, quiet the noise, all the chatter that makes us more fearful and more confused. And when we're in a still, quiet place, we can be clearer and we can focus on what we need to focus on. And you can do this also by your breathing and meditation, or just slower breaths. And breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And that engages parts of your mind that are open and expansive. And your heart slows down. The heart rate variability slows down. It's more rhythmic. You're more flexible, and you can perceive things at a greater, more expansive way. And you also can draw on the serenity prayer. What can you change? What can't you change? The wisdom to know the difference, and have the courage to step up and do what you can, which may just be something small, writing a letter, email, talking to someone, but you're still feeling empowered by doing those acts, and that spreads out to the world. Also, taking inspired action when something is maybe a creative project or a teamwork, you connect with something, you're guided, because with the more mindful approach to life, you connect with your inner guidance, your heart rate is calmer and more open. and take that inspired action. Also, forgiveness. Forgive yourself for transgressions you did. Forgive others for transgressions they did. Let that go. It's a heavy weight. It doesn't help having accounts and grievances. It just restricts your energy and narrows your focus and increases your fear and sense of confusion and chaos. So you can breathe into that and ask yourself the question, what can I learn from this situation about justice you may be viewing? What can I learn from it? How can I align myself with truth and love and compassion now? And you'll get some answers. So when you do this, when you start to align with your inner guidance, you get clearer. You become more patient. You become more aware. And when you do that, you're doing your part to make the world a more just place and your life more just. However imperfect it may be, it's a wonderful thing to do and to strive for.